Podcasting to the world. It's the CK Mornings In Case You Missed It podcast with Chris, Alana, and Matt. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. From our mouths to your ears, here's what you missed.
There's a conversation going on online right now about the visibly most impressive, most beautiful word. So the way a word is written or typed and what comes across as the most beautiful, visually impressive.
Okay.
So one of the top words in this conversation was the word, and we're all adults here, it's the word boob. B-O-O-B.
Very symmetrical.
That's exactly it. And people say it kind of looks like them as well.
Yeah, it looks like boobs.
But it's kind of like, and it goes forward and backwards. It's a palindrome, too. So that's what gets people's...
Perfect.
Yeah. B-O-O-B.
But turn those B's upside down and you got a different word.
Oh, that one didn't make
it. It's also symmetrical.
The flaw in the system.
But they said it's one of the most visibly, most beautiful words out there. So I see your brain working. I've got a couple I wrote down, okay? So see if you're with me. Bed. B-E-D.
It looks like a bed.
Kind of looks like a bed,
even
when you capitalize it. Ohio. Isn't that a cool looking word? You don't like that one?
Nah.
I think it's like it kind of tilts down too, like Ohio. It's like it just looks good. I like that one. What about the word minimum?
Minimum,
especially when it's written.
I guess.
You kind of, okay. Well, tough room, guys. The word awkward kind of looks awkward too, doesn't it?
Awkward,
it does look
yeah,
awkward,
because you got the random K in there.
Yeah. You don't like that one?
It's pretty good. That one's better than the last two. Nothing will top boob.
All right. What about velvet?
Yeah, because even velvet, like it sounds like it would be velvet. You just want to touch it.
And we're talking about the look of the word.
That's the hard part here. Okay.
I got one.
Okay.
I got my one is my name. I just like the
Your
way
name?
it looks. Christopher. Like, I feel like it looks very... Like, I don't know. It just seems to look right.
I think my name looks good.
Yeah, we might have a little...
It's a little something,
slant
something.
on that.
Okay, elixir.
Elixir?
Ooh, elixir is good. Yeah.
Elixir's
That's a
nice.
good one. That's a
My
good
all-time favorite word that I'm going to put on here. This is my favorite word. It's actually a French word. Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse.
The French word for grapefruit. Doesn't that just... What a fun word to say and write.
Pamplemousse. That's a good one. Kernel is one.
Ooh.
Like, it doesn't look like kernel. Every time I read it, my brain gets hurt. Like, it just like you hear the brakes on my brain. My brain just slam on. You're like, what is that?
You mean like colonel as in like the army colonel?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard one. Yeah, I have to think about it, too.
Yeah. Well, are you thinking kernel like popcorn? That's
They're
also
both pretty nice.
Yeah, that's a nice looking word as well.
What else?
I like CKSY. Like,
It's
again, yeah, it just seems slick. Like, whoever came up with that idea 48 years ago had a great idea.
That was a good one. Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. I can't spell it.
Me neither, but
What?
it's fun. That's like
Visually?
the kooky. If words had personality, that would be like the kooky, quirky one.
It makes your brain go, I didn't think about this.
When you think about how a word looks, that's like really...
Not what it means, not what it says. Like, I feel like the word murder also has like a good look to it, even though, like, you know what I mean, the connotation is horrible, but like, just has a good look, like the roundness of the letters. I'm also a big fan of 6-letter words.
Oh, really? That's what does it for you?
Margaret says Hannah. That's my daughter's name, and that's exactly why I chose it. It looks good. It's a 3-letter word. It's 3 letters in the word, 6 letters total. Palindrome, forward and back.
Oh, I never realized it was that.
Yeah.
I like the double N's in the middle. It kind of, I don't know, it's smooth.
It's exactly. There's words that are just pleasing to the eye. Maybe not meaning-wise, but yeah, something to think about.
I'll think about it. I'm never going to write a word the same again.
So if you look over here and I'm just writing boob over and over, now you know. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones passed away yesterday. In New York, he was 93 years old. And he had some really iconic roles.
Truly iconic in cinema.
Man, like, and the voice. The voice. That's not the button I was meant to push. The voice. What?
It's like, what kind of a lead up is this?
Yeah, this is what's going to happen at my funeral. What a man. What a man. Okay, here it is.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father. Look inside yourself, Simba. People will come, Ray.
This is CNN.
Oh, he's CNN?
Yeah, he was the CNN
Oh,
guy.
man.
Wow, he was also, I don't know if it was in there, Mufasa.
Yeah.
That was in
Yeah.
there.
was in
Okay,
there.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember.
Remember who you are, Simba.
Like, what iconic roles he
No
had.
kidding. And Sandlot, too. They didn't have it in there, I don't think, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't in there, but he was, voice of Mufasa from The Lion King, voice of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He was Terrence Mann in Field of Dreams, which is such a big hit. King Jaffe Joffer in Coming to America, and is also in the recent sequel, the CNN promo. This is CNN, which like anybody in radio is like, man, I wish I could.
No kidding.
Did I do that? Clear as Present Danger, Doctor Strangelove, Conan the Barbarian, Hunt for Red October. Like the list goes on and on.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was quite old, too. Like, yeah, what did you say, 93?
93.
93.
93 years old. Mark Hamill, who was Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars movies, tweeted yesterday, R.I.P. Dad.
Aw.
Yeah, kind of brings it all home. Eh? I heard it announced. It was announced during the Blue Jays game last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Blue Jays
Wow.
announcer, Dan Schulman, was like, somebody in the New York Mets had passed away. And James Earl Jones, who's not really involved with baseball, but the Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you build it, they will come.
Wow. Really? What an iconic life.
Yeah. This. I'm trying to. This is CNN. Like, no one has that.
No, I wonder what his process was. Like, did he just get to the mic and do it? Like,
Well, he had a horrible stutter, too.
oh, really? But once he spoke,
As a
it
child.
was-
Yeah, as a child. He had to overcome a horrible stutter to get. Like, can you imagine having that deep voice and having that? And then
he knew he had something. He's like, I got to work
Yeah.
through this stutter.
got to get through it. One of the only a handful of entertainers to have earned the EGOT,
Oh,
the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
wow. The more I learn about this guy,
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that's a CNN. I had no idea that
Oh,
was
you
him.
didn't
No.
This. You thought it was me?
Yes, yes. That's
Yeah.
why I'm so shocked.
93 years old.
Man, we got 'em down in Florida.
Another round of Florida Bust. Real stories, real headlines. They come from all over the world. Where did they happen, though? That is your job. Florida or bust. Okay, first headline. Let's start with Alana on this one, okay? A burglar was caught after stopping to read a book. A burglar was caught after stopping to read a book. Florida or bust?
Sound too intelligent for Florida, so I'm going to say bust.
Wow, that's a way to think about it, eh? And you're right. Broke into an apartment in Rome last week. Was caught, though, because he stopped mid-theft when he spotted an irresistible book on a table about Greek mythology. What thief is like, what is this? The burglar was startled when somebody came home, tried to escape the balcony. They held on to him. Police showed up and was arrested. All because of Greek mythology. Oh,
Can't put it down. It's a page
Yeah,
turner.
it's not like you can find that anywhere else.
my
course
love
in
of Greek
Rome, too.
mythology strikes again. Oh. All right, Matt, headline. Man steals a car and drives it to a police station to ask for his drugs back. Man steals a car, drives it to the police station to ask for his drugs back.
Oh, man.
Florida or bust? I know the feelings
I
here.
know. I'm feeling Florida on this one. Florida.
Unfortunately, no. Philadelphia. Guy drove a stolen car to a police station to ask for his drugs back after an earlier run-in with police. He also used it as his getaway car to shoplift at a Target the same day. They booked him for everything. He didn't leave that day. All right, headline, Atlanta. A man punched a guy for complimenting his car. Man punches another guy for complimenting his car.
I'm going to go with Florida.
You would be right. 53-year-old guy was driving around when another guy told him, hey, nice ride, and the guy punched him in the face. Quick guess on what kind of vehicle it was.
A Mustang.
Not a Mustang. Matt, you got any guesses here?
Corvette or something?
No, it was a Dodge Charger.
Oh.
Huh.
Sounds like the guy thought he was making fun of him.
Oh,
But
nice
no.
car.
No. There's a Dodge Charger that parks in the parking lot here. You tell that owner. Hey, nice ride. Probably not going to punch up. All right, Matt, headline is, a guy shipped himself to his ex's home and threatened her. A guy shipped himself to his ex's home and then threatened her.
Wow.
Float or bust?
I'll say bust on
I
this one.
saved this one for you.
I'll say bust.
Bust is correct because this happened in our homeland, Matt.
What?
A 33-year-old man from the Netherlands was sentenced to 4 months in jail for stalking after he showed up at his ex's home, but he didn't walk in the door. He shipped himself inside of a box to her address. It's unclear if she somehow brought it inside or not. Like, I'm pretty sure she couldn't pick it up off
Yeah,
the
no
porch.
kidding.
He emerges from the box with a gun.
Whoa.
And then took off with the keys to the place. The man told the judge having himself delivered to the box was the only way to get in and get my stuff back.
It's quite the scheme he got there.
Yeah, bro, it's my stuff back. The woman put a camera in her home after the box incident and caught him showing up at her place 3 different times. He's in jail now, so he's in trouble.
Yikes.
The Dutch guy puts himself in a box with a gun. You pack snacks too, right? Like, you have to.
Yeah,
You don't know how long mail takes sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Ship
Yeah.
yourself on a Friday, you're not going to get there till the next business day.
Should have paid 5 priority. In this box. Come on. He's in a box now, but it's got bars in the window, so a little different. Our movie expert, what do we call him again?
Savant.
Movie savant. Rob Bellamy is in our studio this morning because we got an old news movie review. This is this segment where Alana watches movies she should have watched many, many years ago. And we suggested last time, but 2 weeks ago, a movie for you to watch. We wanted to go with a thriller. Is that the idea?
Mystery, I believe was the word you used.
Mystery. Okay. So tell us about the movie in your old news movie review.
So I watched the 1995 crime thriller mystery 7, which is on Netflix, a sleeper hit of 1995. It said, what is a sleeper hit, Rob?
A sleeper hit is something they expect to do okay, but then blows up.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
I thought it was a movie I slept through.
Could be that
Another
too.
sleeper hit for me.
So let me tell you, I poured myself a glass of red wine. I dimmed the lights even, and I got ready for some mystery.
Oh, wow.
Because I could tell right off the bat, this is going to be mystique.
Rob, she does this every Monday. Like, don't act like it's a big deal. Pour a glass of wine and dim the lights.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Turned on Blues Clues.
So the movie is set in what I would describe as a Gotham City-esque, like rat-a-tat city, riddled with crime. There's 2 detectives. They have names in the movie, but I'll call them Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. And they try to stop a serial killer from committing a series of murders
Here
Oh,
she goes.
boy.
Here she goes.
Yep.
Another one of those,
based on the 7 deadly sins.
those mystery comedies.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, like, shout out to whoever thought of this premise. Isn't that a great premise? Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good premise. So they go around, they try to solve the case, and it's pretty good. Like, it's pretty gritty. It's pretty mysterious. I don't even know if I could say, because the whole thing is a twist. You guys wanted a movie with a twist ending. So it's a pretty good twist at the end. I don't even know if I could say. It's pretty gruesome, though.
I'm not going to lie. I haven't
Have you
seen
seen
this.
it?
I have
Really?
not seen
You
it.
haven't seen it?
No, because I started looking this morning. I'm like, I gotta see if I can, like, anything will recall my memory. I haven't seen this.
Oh,
I'm pretty
man.
sure.
Yeah, you need to see it too.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
so did I say the twist then?
No,
Yeah,
just say
well,
what's in the box.
from 1995.
No, I can't
think,
say what's
yeah,
in
you
the
can
box.
blow it up.
What's
here.
in the box?
So basically, Brad Pitt's wife, poor Gwyneth Paltrow, she really gets the short end of the stick here. The killer is representing the sin of envy because he envied Brad Pitt's life. So then Brad Pitt is mad at so the killer kills Brad Pitt's wife. Sorry, I'm making this muddy. The killer kills Brad Pitt's wife because he envied Brad Pitt's life. But then Brad Pitt gets so mad at him for killing his wife that he kills the killer. Thus, he's representing the sin of wrath. The detective becomes one of the sins in the
Yeah.
very end. You see what he
Never
did
mind.
there?
I'm not watching it now.
See what he did there? That's the whole twist. So Brad Pitt becomes the final of the 7 deadly sins. So I thought that was a pretty good twist. Apparently, it was very shocking when it first came out in 1995. You can imagine.
You can imagine all the way back in 1995. What a twist.
But it was a very dark and gritty, atmospheric. Would you use that word, Rob?
Huge,
It's
yeah.
atmospheric.
Wow.
That's why I had to dim the lights and get my red wine. I felt like I was in this crime-ridden city. It really
constantly
pulls you
raining.
in. Yeah. Oh, and they had sirens playing in the movie. There's a lot of sirens. I had to keep pausing my TV. I thought the sirens were. I'm like, is that real life or is it the movie? And then I'm like, oh no, it's just the movie. One of those movies where it's like very brooding, oozes atmosphere. And I thought it was pretty good. The one bone to pick with any kind of mystery thrillers that I have, and they twist endings, and I'm not good with these kind of movies because you cannot look away for a second. I got up to go to my kitchen, which is right next to my living room. I got a snack. It took me 30 seconds. I felt like I missed half the premise.
Oh,
I had to
boy.
rewind. I had to go on Wikipedia and be like, what happened? That's the only. That's why I don't like these kind of movies because you have to pay so much attention. All right. Are we ready for my rating?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's hear 1995's 7 in the Old News Movie Review.
It's going to get an 8.5.
Wow.
8.5er.
That's pretty
So
good.
no real critique. Like I thought cinematically it was a very good movie. The only points I docked were simply personal preference that I probably wouldn't watch a movie like this dark and heavy that often.
Does
but
it hold up though, time-wise?
100%.
Oh, wow.
No doubt
Would you
about
agree
it.
with that, Ron?
I do.
Or
Yeah,
Savant?
I do. It's got some cool lines too. Like Matt said, "What's in the box?"
Yeah.
My other favorite is just because you got a library card doesn't make you Yoda.
Wow, 8.5, eh?
It was good. It was a well done for what it was. I thought it was really well done. I couldn't really critique it. It was just, obviously it's a movie you have to be in the mood for. I wouldn't watch it on a nice sunny day, but
Yeah.
a good fall movie for sure.
Good glass of wine will make you in the mood. That'll work.
I'll give anything an 8.5 after that Pinot hits me.
So a wild story out of Massachusetts right now of a couple that has separated, but they were engaged. And the question is now, what happens to that engagement ring? Now, it's not just any typical engagement ring. Rob Bellamy's still in our studio, too. He's a movie savant. Stick around for this one. It's a $70,000 engagement ring. $70,000 engagement ring.
It's like a vehicle.
Yes. Mamma mia, $70,000. So they're in court right now to figure out who gets the engagement ring. Does he get it back? Does she get to keep it? And that's what they're arguing right now.
Well, this brings me to a good point because this is something that has been on my mind lately. And now I guess I can bring it up. Now I even have a fourth person here for some advice. I got my engagement ring kicking around.
Oh, okay.
That was called off. And I'm in the same boat of like, I'm starting to look at the box there just collecting dust. Like, what am I supposed to do with this thing?
Yeah, that's a good
So
question.
what do you do?
Is it $70,000?
Nope, but
Okay.
the question still stands.
So
Do
you're
you guys have any insight or anyone listening if they have
okay.
what they've
So
done?
we don't have to get personal here, but has your ex asked for it back?
No,
No mention.
it
of
hasn't come up at all.
Hmm.
So I kind of forgot that was even an option, but he never asked for it back. I feel like he wouldn't. What's the options? Just let it sit there, collect dust. Some people turn it into things. Wear it on a different finger. That's what my friend
Oh,
suggested.
yeah,
No, is
that's-
that bad?
I don't think that's proper.
Once in a while, I'll wear it on another finger if it goes with the outfit I'm wearing.
Oh, jeez.
Or what else do people do? Pawn it and
Pawn.
go somewhere?
That's what I would. But I think, and you've talked off the air, is that you've got a good relationship with him still. Like, is it a discussion? It's kind of an awkward discussion.
I never thought it was a discussion. Is it a discussion?
Well, I would think it would be bad if he, in a year, says, "Hey, can I have that back?" And you're like, that's why I went to Jamaica.
A year. Your time's up after a year. You're going to strike while the iron's hot.
What do you think, Rob? What do you?
I see. I've
You've
always
been through this, yeah.
I've always with the mindset it was given as a promise, and if that promise doesn't fulfill, then just give it back and move on.
Well, that's deep.
Well, that is deep.
That's deep.
I didn't
Yeah.
even look at it that deeply.
Yeah.
It's literally just been sitting
But-
like where I do my makeup. It just sits in the box.
Like you said, after a year.
Yeah, probably. I promises.
Yep. I promise I'm keeping.
What's
it.
your thoughts, Matt? I feel like Matt's
I don't know.
Matt's never been through it, but
Yeah, that's a tough one for sure. If he hasn't asked for it back yet, though, I have a feeling that he's not expecting to get it back. So I think it's up to you to do with it what you will. But if it was me, I would probably sell it.
Sell it. I think
Yeah.
that's so.
I would get rid of
I
it.
don't know.
well, I wouldn't want to keep it around.
No.
I think the selling might be a hard time to go through, but it's the next step.
I don't know. Something about going into a pawn shop and selling. That's so cheap. I don't know.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, right. I don't want to deal with any of those balloons.
Marketplace.
Who doesn't get their engagement rings on there?
I like the idea of I like when people turn it into something else. You seen this move where they turn it into like a necklace or something? That's
But do you
cute.
want to
Or
wear
is
that? Like,
sad?
yeah, I think it's sad. I think that's awkward.
I don't know if I could wear. And speaking as a guy, but I don't know if I could wear something repurposed from that kind of a situation.
And I don't. If he wants it back, he's just going to sell it. Like he's not going to give it to the next one.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, why would you ask for it back? For what? I feel like you only ask for
to,
it back.
to pawn it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's $70,000.
Loretta says if he keeps her engagement ring, it's a gift. If he gives her an engagement ring, it's a gift to her, so it stays with her, as keeping or selling would be her decision. Thanks, Loretta. What do you think? So there's a $70,000 case right now in Massachusetts. Not $70,000 in your case, but you have an engagement ring.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be engagement. Obviously, when people get divorced too, like wedding rings,
Yeah.
what you've done with yours.
What do you do with it? What happens now? 519-354-8684. I brought up a story about a couple that's in court, I guess a former couple that's in court, about an engagement ring that he had bought her. The engagement's off, and the engagement ring cost $70,000. So now they're questioning on who should get the engagement ring. That's what they're in court for. Rob Bellamy's in studio with us today, our buddy. We're talking about this engagement ring. Alana shared a little personal story. Do you want to go
Well,
ahead?
I was just asking what to do with my engagement ring while
Yeah.
we're on the topic.
So we were trying to throw some ideas around. Rob had you had like a deep answer too.
I know. I don't know where that came from.
That was
Yeah.
philosophy. What was it? It's a promise, and once that promise is
Yeah, it's a ring given as a promise, and if the promise isn't fulfilled, back it goes.
That's
that's beautiful.
That's
Rob.
deep. I got the same text says they was promised to get married. If it didn't work, give the ring back. I think it should be at least a discussion, especially if you've got a good enough relationship with them to be like, hey, like, what should we do with this? Maybe that's what you say. What should we do with this?
Sadly, I don't think most people are in that spot.
Yeah,
you
maybe
know?
not. Should we go to Jamaica with this money?
I can't imagine a worse discussion.
You got a similar situation. What was your story?
I was getting married. We didn't get married. She went and sold the ring. I took her to court.
Oh.
I got my money for the ring
Oh.
That's like I was saying.
Yeah.
because it's a promise to get married, and if you don't get married, you have to give it back.
So was there ever a discussion, though, between you and her prior to that, and then she just went over above your head?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so she she was going to sell it, and you had told her you wanted it back.
Well, I didn't know she was going to sell it, but I told her that I already talked to somebody and told the judge that she got rid of it, and then I had the bill of sale.
I got another
Wow.
awkward question here for you. Are you single?
No.
No? Okay. Never mind, Alana. Sorry.
Nice segue.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the... What? I was just trying to help. I'm a friend. I'm a wingman over here. Trying to do my best. She comes with a ring, buddy. Stacy says the ring was given to me as a gift. It's mine. I was married for 15 years, Christine says. Ring value was about $20,000. Gave it back. Gave his wedding band back. Oh, that's interesting. I sold his. Wow. Steve says, ask J-Lo. She has the
What did she do with hers?
It's like the Infinity Stone.
exactly.
I like the one we got from Cindy. She says, I took my wedding ring and made a gorgeous divorce ring, built that sucker up, added my gems on it, and made the setting that I wanted in the first place. You go, girl.
Wow.
We're getting some good ideas here.
What should she do with it? What else are we getting there?
Cindy says, I think if he doesn't ask for it, then the lady can sell it. I wouldn't keep it. But if it's passed down ring from a mom or grandma,
Yeah.
give it back. It's
Yeah.
not. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it before the holidays. First holidays alone. If I
Like a
get one look at that ring box,
Yeah.
Centerpiece for the table.
And it would go a long way with getting my gift, right? Like,
that's what I'll use the money for. Actually,
thank you.
no wonder you're telling me to pawn it.
This must-watch TV tonight. The presidential debate, the ABC presidential debate is tonight, 9 o'clock. There's actually a pre-show, begins at 8 o'clock. CTV News will have it, ABC will have it. Yeah, it's like Monday Night Football.
Ooh.
Yeah, the panel will discuss. So remember the last presidential debate between Joe Biden, who was the candidate at the time, and former President Trump was back in late June. And remember how that one went sideways real quick?
Mm-hmm.
They had all these rules. It's like because they like to talk over each other. They're going to have mics muted, and you're going to have a turn, and you're going to have a turn, yada, yada, yada. And then somebody messed up. They didn't get the mics turned off. And then they started fighting about their golf scores.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess.
I don't see that happening tonight. So since then, Kamala has become the nominee, and Trump's still there, and they're going to go at it tonight for the first time. First debate between the two of them.
It'll definitely be. I'm the least political person on planet Earth, but I put a reminder on my phone because I'm like, I need to see how this goes. Because whatever you think of either one of them, I feel like Kamala's like a good speaker. You know what I mean? I feel like she knows how to speak
woman.
well.
She's a bright woman,
she's got
yes.
the background in politics. And whatever you think of Trump, he's obviously entertaining and will just say whatever comes to mind and always has some kind of comeback, whether it's good or bad or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see.
So they say tonight microphones will be live only for the candidate whose turn it is to speak and muted when the time belongs to the other candidate. And only the moderators will be permitted to ask questions. They did a coin flip last week virtually to decide who gets their spot on the stage because that's a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Trump won the coin flip, and he's going to offer the last closing statement as well. And Harris then selected the right podium on the screen, which is, it's funny that
That matters?
Things that apparently it matters.
That is just like football because they're choosing whether they want to receive the kickoff or not.
That's exactly
and which side they want to start on.
And I never thought about one of them gets the final word.
There will be no opening statements, and closing statements will be 2 minutes per candidate. They will have 2 minutes to answer each question with a 2-minute rebuttal and an additional minute for a follow-up clarification or response to it. So a question could be 5 minutes total. An answer could be 5 minutes. So I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Kamala will mop the floor with them, but I think Trump's going to come out swinging tonight. Again, whatever you think, and this isn't our political speech here. This is just, I feel like it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for sure. I don't even know where it could go.
It could go anywhere. That's the thing. It's going to go anywhere. So I was thinking in a political mindset this morning. What is a campaign promise that would secure every vote out there? Like, remember when you were in elementary school and somebody was running for president and they would be like, shorter school days, and you'd be like, heck yeah. Like, they had no power. Longer lunches, and you're like, yeah, woo. And they would win, but what power did that student president have? Nothing. But let's say political, a municipal, a presidential, a prime minister, whatever it is, okay? If they said, this is my promise, would get everybody on board. Like, what is it? We saw Fordsy say, we're going to get dollar bears. Well, and that didn't really happen. But, like, he couldn't even sway everybody on that. So what is that promise that would get every single electoral vote? What do you think it is? Presidential election is tonight. Not the election. The debate is tonight. It's happening at 9 o'clock. You can watch it on ABC or CTV News. Will have it as well. But we are talking, because we are such a political-based show, about what campaign promise would any politician make that would secure every single vote. Okay? And let's not get caught up in the, but then they, like, as soon as they make that promise and they're elected, it's done. Okay?
Yeah, done deal.
It's done deal. They make this promise, they're elected, it's done because they've gotten every single vote. What is the promise that would secure every single vote? A couple of texts this morning said 4-day work weeks, but you get paid for 5.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm in. You got my vote.
Yeah. If I said, I promise that you'd get 4-day work weeks and you'd get paid for 5, you think I'd get every single vote?
I think you'd be a shoo-in.
As long as I'm not a total moron.
Even
right?
then, you might still win with a promise like that.
That's very true. I thought, what if I said every single person gets 1 extra week vacation the day I'm into office?
An extra week vacation?
Extra week. Everybody gets 1 extra week vacation. Everybody gets that.
Mandated.
You get paid for it still. Paid vacation. 1 extra week added to your career. What
That's
do you think?
good. I'd vote for you yet again.
See? I got you right where I want you. Name a campaign promise that would secure every single electoral vote. What do you got?
Do one more of yours.
Okay.
I want to see what I'm up against in the voting here.
Free childcare.
Okay, yours are good.
Actually,
That's so stupid.
Wait a minute though. Because, like, not everybody has children, so they'd probably be... I might not get all the votes at that one.
Yeah, you need to do it more universal than that. Something that affects everybody.
Like free child and pet care.
Oh,
free
yeah.
child and pet care.
Honestly, yeah, pet care.
Okay,
pet
here. How about this
insurance.
one? Free rides home on a night out. There'll be no more drunk drivers. It's not allowed because you'll just get
That's
free
interesting.
rides. You ride
If you
Uber,
if
cabs.
you blow into a breathalyzer and test over the limit, you get a free ride home.
Bingo.
Okay.
That's my
That
campaign
could be
promise. Can I get your vote on that one?
Yeah.
What do you got? Let's see, because if you think those were too brain heavy, what do you got?
Mine are so bad.
Okay, here's your candidate. It's Alana Wills, ladies and gentlemen.
I put universal doors in the bathroom that go to the floor.
I will translate for you since she speaks a different language.
Universal doors in the bathroom that go to the floor. No more cracks in the bathroom stalls.
I like that.
Oh, all the way
Full doors in the bathroom.
Everywhere. There's no need in 2024. You gotta someone. You can make eye contact with someone through the crack in the bath. Okay, that's a good
I'm
one.
voting. Yes, I like that one. That's a good, strong one. Don't doubt yourself here.
Okay, if we want to fix the job market, for all the job seekers out there, I know how tough it is. No more having to upload your resume and then the company makes you fill out a form on the next page anyways.
Yes!
And forget cover letters. They don't mean anything.
Yes!
No more cover letters.
Wow.
You have it all in the resume.
Now she's rolling, Matt. Now
She
she's
is.
rolling. Now she's rolling. I had, you have to ban the super bright headlights. All super bright headlights are banned.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, see? Man, we got these votes.
Okay.
What is the one campaign promise that would secure every single vote? Kelly says no taxes. I like it. I don't know how we pay for things, but I like it. Dave says a promise to follow through and all promises made.
Oh, that's deep.
That would, that's one. That's one. What else have you got? I'm really enjoying these.
Okay, you put a ban on, what was it, bright headlights?
Yes.
I put a ban on microwaves being so loud. Because you're late at night, you're trying to heat something up, you got the kids and the wife or the husband asleep, and the microwave beep, 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 beep. There's really no point if you think about it. Why does a microwave have to make a noise when you press a button?
Good call. Good
It's
call.
obscene, and I won't stand for it.
Matt, did you have any promises?
Let's see here. I had this is not out of the realm of possibility. Add a long weekend to every calendar month. So there's a couple right now, like June and November,
Yes.
don't have a long weekend.
And it's mandated off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Good call.
And I also had on there no more roundabouts. I think
You
the
don't want roundabouts.
I think the majority of people would be behind that.
I'm not. You're not getting my vote. I like
Really?
roundabouts.
You
Yeah.
do?
So sorry, you're one vote short here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't mind them either.
He thought he had us, and then we just backed right out altogether.
If I was in charge, you'd be able to continue listening to music even after you close YouTube. Which I think you can pay to do that. Because you put YouTube on your
Right,
phone, but you
right.
close the app, then the music stops.
Right.
I think if you pay for the extra YouTube, they let you keep listening to it. But if I was in charge, that would be a right.
No, you're not getting my vote.
No?
No.
I find that very
We're in
inconvenient.
radio, Atlanta. People listen to anything else. Don't give them that idea. Jeez. Cut that one out. Don't worry. We'll edit that. You won't even hear that.
Mute the mic.
Yeah. How about all fast food restaurants serve breakfast all day? It's always on the menu.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
well,
don't
I
have
thought
to
I'd
run-
get
then
more of a response.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it. This is my rebuttal. I like that.
Oh, how about no orders of over $20 in the drive-thru?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Good call.
yeah.
Good call. What campaign promise would get you every single vote? Add to our list.
Listen online every weekday morning at 94.3 CKSY.com. Weekends on in case you missed it, or tune into the podcast weekdays. Subscribe, rate, review, and tell your friends all about the CK Mornings in case you missed it podcast.